What's up, guys? This is Leon from Unprocessed. We're at production rehearsal right now for our upcoming tour with Ginger, and I thought I'd take the time to show you guys our setup in depth, show you what we're using, all the stuff that we did, and yeah, let's go. So right now, we're here in our rec world, where all wireless stuff is housed, and let's just start here. So up top, we have the Shure SLXD 4Q Plus for guitar wireless. We're using the SLXD1 body packs for it, as well as the Klotz KSH 305P for the instrument cables of our choice. Down below, we have 4 units of Shure PSM 900 in-ear transmitters, as well as an RF Venue Combine 4, combining all the in-ear sends to one antenna over there. Below that, there is a Scarlett 18i20 interface handling our tracks, all the MIDI switching that I will get into in a bit. Yeah, down below, you can see a rack with all the quad Cortexes we use. One for Manu, one for Chris, and one for David. This is all controlled by our laptop up here, running tracks with Ableton, also MIDI automation and all that stuff, and we control the set lists with AbleSet. So that's why we're very flexible in choosing set lists. We don't have to move around all the songs in the session, and we basically have one master session that just gets handled with AbleSet. Over here, we have another basically copy of this rack, another 4 Shure PSM 900s, another interface, and some battery charging capabilities. This is just as a backup and won't get used too much, but it's here just in case. Down below, we have the D-Live CDM32, which is the brain for a sound desk, handles all front of house sound. And from here, we have a digital split that goes to our monitor mixer, which is an M32C, and it's transferred via a MADI protocol. Now we're in the back of the rack. You see a bunch of custom patch bays. These are all the Klotz Cap 12 patch bays using Neutrik connectors. And then we have these 8-way looms by Klotz as well, connecting our tracks to the back of the CDM32, as well as our in-ears. Down here, we have more like custom looms for guitar, sends from the wireless, outputs to the stage box, as well as BNC cables for the antennas. Yeah, if you want to follow me, we'll move on stage. Again, this is like a production rehearsal setup. So this is exactly how it will look at the shows. Moving on to drums, I'm playing a wonderful Star Classic Maple drum kit in the flat black metallic green finish. It was discontinued a few years ago, but it's one of my favorite finishes from Tama, so I got it back then. Managed to get a 14-inch floor tom custom made for me to complement the setup, and that's what I'm rocking. The sizes are 12x9 for the rack tom, 14x14 floor tom, 16x16 floor tom, 22x16 bass drum, and then for snare, I have a 14x6 Sturphonic aluminum snare, and over here, as the side snare, a Tama Mod Bubinga from the SLP series. It's 12 inches wide and 7 inches deep. On heads, I'm using all Evans. On snare, I have a UV1 reverse dot. All the toms are UV2s. I have a EMAT coated on kick, and right now I'm still rocking the stock G1 coated from Evans on the side snare. Sticks, right now, the Promark 5A longs. They give me all the finesse from a 5A, but are just a bit longer, so I can reach everything on my kit. Moving on, for cymbals, I have the 18-inch extra hammered thrash crash over here, paired with an 18-inch extra hammered crash from the Pure Alloy series. Down here is the 15-inch polyphonic heads. There is the 10-inch temporal stack 2. That's the Matt Gartzka signature model. Love it, very nice stack. Over here I have the Classics Custom Dual Splash. If we move to the right, there's the Bison's 22-inch dark ride down here. Bell gives me just the right amount of ping and cuts through a dense metal mix, but still is like jazzy and washy, so I can have diverse sounds when I want to use them. Up here, I have the 21-inch double down crash ride, which is the Matt Halpern signature. Perfect blend of big washy accent crash, and also nice to crash in big choruses. Over here is the 20-inch Bison's Jazz medium thin crash as my main crash. I used to have a 20-inch polyphonic, but at some time I tried out this one and this one over it. Lovely cymbal, love it to death. Over here, another Matt Gartzka signature product, the 18-inch over 16 fat stack. Perfect for my sound. It's nice to ride on it. I almost use it like a secondary hi-hat. And over here, I have the Bison's 18-inch traditional China, which completes the cymbal setup. Yes, I'm using all Tama hardware. Iron Cobra 900 Power Glide pedals and the Iron Cobra 2-legged hi-hat stand. For microphones, we're using a blend of everything basically, but the newest addition are the Shure Nexodyne NXN6 mics for toms. Sound very good, fat, very rounded, gives you just a beefy fat tom sound that you want. Over here on the side snare, I have the NXN5, which is initially supposed to work for guitars, I believe, but we tried it on the side snare and it worked perfectly, so that's what we're using. For all spot mics, for cymbals, we're using the SE8s, which are wonderful, clear, do the job, and sound phenomenal. On snare, my favorite snare top mic is the M201 by Beyerdynamic. Right next to it, you can see a Roland trigger. The snare is not triggered, it's just to open up the gate when I actually play it. Down below, there is a Shure Beta 57A as a snare bottom mic. And inside the kick is a Shure Beta 91A and D6. More SE8s for cymbals. Oh, another one over here. Correct. And then an SE V7 push to talk for talkback, so I can speak to our monitors and front of house. Another aspect that I forgot is, since we're using AbleSet, I run a cat line from my laptop to this iPad here. So I have control over the set list from the drums in case anything happens. We have Max, our tech, side stage looking after everything, but in case he's busy with something else, I can still control what's happening. Back to guitar and rig related stuff. Down here, you see a little custom-made contraption that is for tuning on stage, because since the quad Cortexes are not on stage with us, the guys still need the capability to tune, even during the song, if they're out of tune. Again, Klotz, I believe it's the RCE5 or RC5EE series. We got different lengths of those, so we can adapt to different stage sizes, and they send the guitar signal to the tuner, take back the guitar signal to the QC, and they also provide power for the tuner. For vocals, we have 3 SE-V7s in black down the stage, paired with the D'Addario Optogates. So these cut the signal whenever you move out of range. So this makes the life of our front of house engineer much easier, so he doesn't have to ride the vocal faders the whole time and can concentrate on what's actually happening on stage. Over here you can see Daniel working away on a mix. He's using a C1500 Surface by Alan Heath. Nice and compact, super easy to set up, perfect for touring. And this is connected to the stage box over there, again with a Klotz Cat 5 reel, and it's also from the RC5EE series. We have 100 meters of that, so we can adapt to all venue sizes and get into the position we want to. Yes, moving on to lights. On this run, we also have an LD with us. He's using a Granum A3 light to control the lights. And we have 4 of these wonderful light dollies that sit stage left and stage right and tie into the house rig. So we have a nice light production on this run, which I'm very excited about because it's the first time we do that and it looks amazing so far.
All right, let's talk about guitars, huh? So the first guitar we got in here is, of course, obviously, my signature guitar from Ibanez, the MG FM10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways with a single coil tap in here, 6-string, Q58s in here, Ibanez owned, angled frets, which is super nice. All right, next one is my custom 8-string guitar with DiMarzios in there. Yeah, I am in love with that guitar. It's a monster. It sounds incredible. And you know, you always got the switch in there as well. 3-way and 24 frets. I'm using my RG 8-string as a backup. Also DiMarzios in there. Was actually the first 8-string that I got from Ibanez by itself. Like, since I'm with Ibanez, I was just madly in love with that guitar. And you can see it went through some tours. Also, that's the guitar I'm playing for glass and also like as a backup 8-string. Different tuning. And funny, you can like actually see the difference between these two, because these two were both the prototypes, and I decided for that one because that one is like a little bit more grayish and not so glowy. So both my prototypes, just insane. Also, shout out to Dario for being the best string company ever. I'm with the Dario since 2019. It was my first endorsement. So yeah, they're always taking care of us and make sure we got enough strings, and that's awesome. Tone, we are using the quad Cortex. And funny thing about the live tone is we actually captured, or Keon actually captured, shout out to Keon, the Mixwave plugin into the quad Cortex. So yeah, shout out to Keon for taking care of our live tones. They sound absolutely incredible.
So that's my main guitar. It's a beautiful 8-string RG, custom built from Ibanez as a lefty version. Has DiMarzio pickups in, split coil. This is my beautiful Ibanez AZ, also with DiMarzio pickups. 5-way pickup switch. This is my beautiful Fender Stratocaster, which I bought with my own money. It's an American one, actually. Yeah, California. Single coils, pretty standard Stratocaster. And this is my other 8-string Ibanez RG. Like, they customized it a little bit in their shop. Made me new pickups in there as well. DiMarzios. Yeah, pretty cool. And this is my spare guitar, if my wet guitar has some struggles.
What's up? This is David. I'm going to show you around my basses for this tour. Let's go. So my main axe is this beautiful black SR Prestige bass by Ibanez with gold hardware. And yeah, this is my main bass for this run. Absolutely love the sound, pretty lightweight. And yeah, it's awesome. Then for the bass that I play for one song, and also this is my backup bass. This is one of the new Mode series basses by Ibanez. It's basically like a J bass, as you can see with this pickup configuration. And yeah, it has a super warm and great diverse sound. I'll probably use it as my main bass on one of the upcoming tours. For this one though, I'll just use it for one song just to dial it in a little bit for me. Then, as everybody, we're going into the quad Cortex. I'm down here, just not trying to break anything. And yeah, this is basically where all the sounds are stored. I got two main sounds, one distorted and one clean sound. So pretty straightforward. Not a lot of stuff changing except for the pitches, so I don't have to tune. And then all of that is running into the beautiful Eich T1000 with this amazing big ass cab. This is just for the stage sound. So basically for monitoring, the quad Cortex goes directly into the PA, and this is basically just for my personal enjoyment and for the first couple of rows. And yeah, I wouldn't tour without a cab if possible, just to have the power. Yes, that's basically it for this tour. Pretty straightforward. We shall not forget about the strings and the picks that we're using, because once again, D'Addario has equipped us with guitar and bass strings. These are the strings that I use. So the most basic 5-string set you can get, 45 to 130. Yeah, it's pretty basic. And we also have some custom picks, and we're really glad that we have them. And maybe you catch one on tour.
This is our setup. I think we kept it fairly simple, although it's a bit of stuff. But yeah, we're excited to go on the road. Come out, see us with Ginger. We'll also be in the States in April and May as a headline tour. So come see us there if you're based in the States. And yeah, see you there.